Hi, my name is Banu Baykal. I do weekly videos for professionals who wants to develop themselves, and today's topic is success in sales specifically. Okay, let's start. When I hire a person or see a person who is new to sales, this is one thing I tell them before anything else, the success criteria, what success looks like. And it is part of my almost new hire training to set them for success, and I wanted to share it with you today. Success is a funny term. If you're new in sales, it can easily consume you. Let me try to explain how. Sales is generally evaluated with monthly, quarterly, every half, or as a worst case, yearly quotas. And your success in numbers is quite obvious, right? Either you achieve those numbers or you don't. So generally, there is nothing you can argue back. And one quarter finishes, and then the next day, another one with another quota, it starts. If you are in sales, chances are you're there to smash your numbers. You are at least a little bit competitive. Even with nobody else, you have an itch internally to smash those numbers. And you have it, it's in you. And in this video today, we will look beyond quarterly targets. We will look what actual success looks like and how can you change your perspective around success and actually gain the success like you deserve. Let's start thinking in a scenario where you have no prior experience, and then we will work our way up towards the more experienced people. You start working in a new position or in a new company in sales. You started. What do you do first? You complete the product and sales training. Whatever is that company is selling, you learn the product and the services that they are selling, right? And what do you have in mind along the way? Along the way, the only thing you have in mind is that what will be my quota? I must show everybody how great I am. With all those things in mind, you half do the training and half talk to the clients in worry that you need to prepare a pipe. You do half of each. Then your training is over, you continue to work on your sales. You probably assigned a very small quota to, a new hire quota, and towards the end of your first quarter, you suddenly realize that those numbers are not there. I mean, you won't be able to make it. The rest is panic, stress, maybe very wrongly, start pressuring your clients in hope that you can do at least one sales. What happens during this panic period, during this stressful time, you forget to prepare your pipe again. And that only traps you in the same vicious circle for the next quarter coming. The next thing you know, your year is coming to an end and you feel better, just like out of a war zone, You feel very tired, you consumed your energy, you feel like you're falling apart. And next year comes just a day after the previous one, and you barely manage to close the previous one. You look at your new quota thinking, like, I'll never be able to get there. And all those dreams about success, they keep falling apart while you are hopelessly trying to understand why the hell these clients are being, after I explained the initial this product, why they are not being able to return my calls. And your manager was very understanding at the beginning, and now they start to talk about performance management, your performance specifically, and you just don't have the energy left in you to go one more round like this. I know, this picture seems very dark, because I put all the mistakes you can ever make in one example, but believe me, these are the quite traditional mistakes that new salespeople do. And you know why this happens? Because in the beginning, you set a wrong success criteria. Your success criteria looks like closing sales at the beginning. Let's look what should be the correct success criteria and how a new beginner can set themselves for success a little bit better. In your first months, your success is not how much you sell, it's how much you learn. first step should be when you're hired is to make sure you learn as much as you can learn during those learning, those trainings. There's a great window there that where everybody will answer anything you ask when you start working in a new company, when you're new in that company. You don't want to be that unprepared person in front of a great customer, So basically, your future success in that first couple of months, where your success is not how much you sell it, it's how much you learn. So that's the first thing. The second, finding an experienced mentor in that company. It's extremely important. It should be your second criteria for success when you start. How much you network, meet with new people is also quite critical, but finding a great mentor who are experienced in sales in that company is crucial. We are coming towards the third item, and still closing sales is not your success criteria. I know now you think closing sales should be success, but you're still ahead of yourself. Okay, sales is a result of a good, high quality pipe. It's a result of a good solution selling approach, good discovery skills. You are new in sales. None of those are there yet. So if a normal person closes 1 out of 3 deals, you're likely to close maybe 1 out of 10, right? So your success criteria is creating that 10 opportunities rather than worrying about pressuring immaturely developed relations, immaturely developed sales you have with your new clients. Pipe creation is the only thing that will make or break your success with that specific company. Think that way. It is end of quarter. Your client that you're hoping to close suddenly ghosts you, or genuinely they have budget issues and all of a sudden they said they can't buy anymore. Your reaction to that client will depend on how much pipe you can go back to. If you do not have anything, you're no longer in a place to say, of course, I understand it happens. Let's be honest with each other, right? All you can think about is, how am I going to tell this to my manager? Or as a worst case, I really need that commission. So as a good case, you will torture and consume your energy. As a worst case, which is really bad, it happens sometimes, you pressure your clients out of nothing. But if you have a couple of more opportunities you can go back to, your reaction would be completely different. So you see, sales is a result. Your success criteria is now not to close, but do as much as activity you can humanly do to generate that pipe and increase that pipeline quality and do a really good maintenance on that pipe. If you see your success as closing a quarter, closing a sales, closing a sales with a very specific company, doesn't matter if you do it this time or not, you will consume your energy. And it will be very fast. And then when you lose a deal, because you tied your perception of success to that one thing, and one after another, you will keep continuing to tying your success to that thing, you lose perspective and feel like the whole world is turned upside down with that one sales you couldn't do. You need to understand, people who close more sales than you probably losing more deals than you. And probably they are losing more sales than they close in their ratio. But because they are working with a really large pool than you do, it's okay. They still, at the end of the day, they win, they overachieve their quota. Your career is a lot longer than 1 quarter, 1 year. And it's almost 100% that you will miss some of the quarters and you will get some. For a new hire or a junior person, closing the sales in your first month is not really success. It's how you prepare yourself for the future is success. You are an entry level. Expectation is that you get to a certain level and you will be very consistent in that level. You sustain that level of performance, and time to time you start overachieving above that level and you look for stretch assignments, and then you are ready for your second level. That's how it works for your career progression. And if you are an experienced person, you probably already know this. Success is a little bit more about working in those companies, in those markets for such a long time and having a good name for yourself. You know, that those companies that you actually no longer work with, they still want to work with you. There's a great chance that you sold a client in your previous company, and with your new company you will go and sell to that company a different solution now. So can you get in, like your heads up, and they are delighted to see you and do business with you again? Can you look them in the eye and were you there when they have a problem before? Is your approach can sustain you in a market? And I'm not saying only in a company, in a market, because in time you'll notice that markets are a lot smaller than you initially notice, and after a while you'll be quite known, not only with the company you work for, but as a person. There will be a name for you. So if you're an experienced person, ability to work in a market, in a company, or different companies in a very long years, and knowing that they would be still hire you back is your success criteria. And when you're working, is your job, the quality of the job you're doing, is it representing you? That's your success criteria. All right, so today we talked about what success looks like for a person who is new in sales and for a person who is experienced in sales. I hope you like it. Please give me thumbs up if you like it. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. And check out my previous videos. If you're in sales, I believe those will be very helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.